Picture this. You check into a hotel, drop your bags, and take a quick look around. The room looks absolutely spotless, right? And naturally, you take that visual cue as proof that it's actually clean. But, well, here's the thing. A clean look and a clean surface are not the same thing at all, and the gap between them is much, much wider than most travelers ever realize. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to dig into some independent studies that swabbed hotel rooms right after housekeeping finished, only to find pretty heavy bacterial loads just sitting right there on the surfaces you touch the most. Now, let's be clear up front. None of this means hotels are intentionally dirty, not at all. It simply means that the hospitality cleaning system is built entirely on speed and appearance rather than, microbial sanitation. And as a result, there are a handful of things that system quietly leaves behind.
Okay, let's just dive right into it. On the agenda today, we've got the 30-minute turnover, the visual standard, high-touch hazard zones, the cleaning cart, bedding and glassware realities, and finally, separating documented facts from rumors. What's absolutely crucial to keep in mind here is that this explainer is a verified look into documented hotel cleaning practices. We're drawing a hard line between independent scientific research and those wild, unconfirmed rumors you always see floating around the internet.
All right, Section 1. The 30-minute turnover, where the reality is that the clock, not the checklist, runs the clean. To really understand why a room might look absolutely perfect but still harbor bacteria, you have to look at the intense time pressure placed on room attendants. 30. That's the magic number. Researchers studying hotel housekeeping have noted that attendants work with an average of just about 30 minutes to fully clean a checked-out room. Industry benchmarks for a standard checkout turnover land roughly in that 25 to 35-minute range. And if you're just staying over, that service is even faster, often taking a mere 15 to 20 minutes. Think about what literally has to happen in that tiny window. Strip and remake the bed, scrub the full bathroom, restock all the supplies, vacuum the floors, and do a final visual check. When the hotel is packed and staffing is tight, the time allotted per room is the very first thing that gets squeezed. The whole process is paced by the next arrival, which pretty much completely eliminates the possibility of thorough disinfection. And that leads us perfectly into Section 2, the visual standard. The actual standard operating procedure essentially boils down to, if it looks clean, well, it is clean. This quote right here brilliantly illustrates the core issue. It comes from a University of Houston researcher who led a massive multi-state study on hotel cleanliness. As they so plainly put it, a visual assessment can tell you what is on a surface, but not whether that surface has been disinfected. The dominant method for judging whether a hotel room is ready for you is entirely visual. There's no swab, there are no high-tech sanitation readings required during a normal turnover. The room passes inspection simply if it looks right to the human eye, which of course leaves unseen microbes completely unchecked. Which brings us to Section 3, high-touch hazard zones. Because the system is visual and incredibly fast, the dirtiest things you touch are often exactly what survives the clean. Scientists in that same University of Houston study sampled surfaces in 9 rooms across 3 different states, right after housekeeping wrapped up. They found that door handles, showers, and carpets, actually, they came back mostly clean. But then consider the everyday items you're handling the most. Light switches, TV remotes, bathroom sinks, telephone keypads, these still carried extremely high levels of bacteria. A totally separate analysis even found that a huge chunk of sampled surfaces had at least some fecal origin bacteria. Yeah, I mean, think about it. That TV remote is basically a biological sponge that never really gets a proper wash. So, the key takeaway here is this. These are the high-touch, low-attention items. They're small. They are handled constantly by literally every guest, and they are incredibly easy to skip when that 30-minute clock is ticking down.
Hey, really quick, before we jump into the next wild finding, if you're enjoying this story or finding it helpful to understand how these systems work, please hit subscribe and click that like button. It's a tiny click for you, but it goes such a long way in helping us bring more of these documented deep dives to the channel.
All right, let's hit Section 4, the cleaning cart. Talk about moving germs from room to room.
You would naturally assume the tools brought in to clean your room are the solution, right? But research shows they can actually be the problem. This is honestly one of the most fascinating findings in this whole explainer. A University of Arizona team decided to test this out directly. Step 1, they placed a completely harmless tracer virus in just one hotel bathroom. Step 2, they stepped back and let normal cleaning occur. Step 3, they found that the virus successfully transferred right onto the housekeeping cart, specifically hitching a ride on the sponges and mops used to clean multiple rooms in a row. And step 4, they tracked that exact same tracer virus as the cart spread it into 3 other completely separate rooms nearby. The very tools meant to remove contamination actually became the ultimate getaway vehicle that spread it. Absolutely wild. Moving on to Section 5, Bedding and Glassware Realities. Let's look at what actually gets washed in your room and what definitely doesn't. Let's break this down piece by piece. First up, the good news. Across most of the industry, basic sheets and pillowcases are laundered between every single guest. That is a baseline standard you can generally rely on. But those bulky items sitting right on top, comforters, decorative bedspreads, the little runners, they are heavy, expensive, and really time-consuming to wash. Reporting has repeatedly shown they cycle on a much longer schedule, sometimes only hitting the laundry a few times a year. As for the in-room glassware, a major network television investigation tested rooms across multiple cities. They found that most hotels didn't even remove the drinking glasses for proper sanitizing. Instead, they were often just quickly rinsed or wiped down right there in the room. And sometimes, as hidden cameras caught, they were wiped with the exact same cloth used on the bathroom surfaces. Yikes. It's safe to say it is definitely not the food service sanitation standard you'd demand at a restaurant.
To put that all into perspective, we're not just talking about one sketchy roadside motel here. This data maps across Texas, Indiana, South Carolina, Arizona, and multiple major U.S. cities. This independent research reflects a very general hospitality industry context. We aren't pointing fingers at any single property or specific brand today, because this is an industry-wide systemic reality governed by strict time limits.
And that brings us to Section 6, Documented Facts versus Rumors. It is so important we separate the verified science from the internet claims.
Here is exactly where we draw a very hard line. What is rigorously documented by science is that high-touch surfaces retain bacteria, visual checks are the absolute standard, carts absolutely can transfer germs between rooms, and heavy bedding and glassware are rarely properly sanitized. On the flip side, what is merely claimed but unverified systemically are those viral horror stories you hear about the routine misuse of coffee makers or ice buckets. You know the ones. Those claims circulate like wildfire online, but they rest mostly on random anecdote and isolated hidden camera incidents rather than controlled independent scientific studies. You should absolutely treat those stories as cautionary tales, sure, but they are not established, verified facts across the industry.
So what is the ultimate takeaway here? Why does this matter to us? Well, the research consensus is consistent. Hotel cleaning is governed by speed and visual appearance, and there's very little industry-wide standardization when it comes to true microbial sanitization. But, and this is a really big but, the researchers are also very careful to point out that most of what lingers on these surfaces will not harm a healthy traveler. The true value here is empowerment, knowing exactly where the predictable gaps are. The TV remotes, the light switches, the top layer of bedding, the bathroom glasses. Knowing where those gaps are is what lets you close them yourself. A quick 30-second wipe down of a remote or simply asking the front desk for disposable cups goes an incredibly long way once you understand how the system actually works behind the scenes.
Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. So the next time you walk into a spotless hotel room and smell that fresh bleach, ask yourself, are you just trusting the illusion or are you pulling out your own sanitizing wipes just in case? Let us know what you think down below, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next documented deep dive. See you next time.